Hello, today we're going to draw animals. It's always a good idea to start with an oval for the body because animals aren't shaped the same way people are. Then I like to draw the head. I'm going to draw a tiger, so my head's going to be kind of round. But if you're going to draw something like a horse or a deer, you might want to make it shaped a little more like a candy corn, where it's skinny on one end and kind of fat on the other. That way you can add your ears, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth like that. But mine is going to be a tiger, so I'm going to add a head. Don't forget a neck. Most animals have necks, especially animals like deer and horses and certainly a giraffe. You'd look awfully silly if you didn't have a neck for a giraffe. Then I'm going to add ears, and I'm going to look very carefully at the photograph of a tiger and see that even though he's like a cat, he doesn't have pointy ears like a cat. He's got round ones. I'm going to add his mouth. I can add some whiskers sticking out. When I draw his legs, it's important to not just draw stick legs. First graders, we can do better than that. Just like when we draw our own arms or our own legs, we want to add another line, and then we're going to put a little paw at the bottom. If you were drawing a horse, you would not draw a paw, would you? You would draw a little rectangle for hooves. But my animal that I'm drawing has paws. You can draw little toes on his paws too to give him details. When you draw a tail, remember, we are not doing stick tails. If I draw another line just like it, then there you go. I can add stripes now, so he looks more like a tiger. And I can color those stripes orange and black. And there's my tiger. Now, just like when we draw a person, the next step to a good artwork has a horizon line. So I'm going to go ahead and hop over his legs. I'm not going to draw that line straight through him. Now, the next step is thinking about background details, because I don't know about you, but I get really, really bored when I have to color this much sky. I start getting lazy and tired, and I start scribbling like crazy, and that's never good. So what I should do is add details so that it's more fun for me to color. So I'm going to add some big palms so that it looks like he's in the jungle, like big bushy leaves, and then maybe I could do a palm tree with some coconuts in it, and then I can add some big leaves that are shaped like footballs. And then I could even put some mountains behind it because the jungle is sometimes near the mountains. And I could put some snow on top of the mountains to make more details. I could add the sun, or maybe even a cloud, and then add some rain because it rains a lot in the jungle. Lots of rain. There we go. Now I'm going to run into the same problem at the bottom of my paper because if this is the grass, that's an awful lot of green to color. So I'd have to sit here and scribble and scribble and scribble, and I'd get messy, and it would probably be boring to have this much interesting stuff at the top and nothing down here to look at. So I'm going to add some details down here. I'm going to add maybe a river going by because every time I go to the zoo and I see the tigers, they're swimming. They love to swim. So add some water. Maybe I'll put some more grass by the river, and you could even add a little flower or something because jungles have lots of different kinds of plants and flowers in them, and that makes it look just so much more interesting, and you're going to have so much fun coloring a picture if there are lots of details to it. So think carefully about what you add. For your project today, you're going to look at the pictures that are on your table. Pick out an animal that's your favorite. If you have a favorite animal that's not in the pictures, that's okay. You just have to work a little harder because you have to really work your memory to remember all those important details. So then you're going to look at the picture carefully. You're going to draw what you see. If there are hooves, add hooves. If your animal only has 2 legs, only put 2 legs. If it has a tail, add a tail. Look carefully. So first you draw the animal, then the horizon line, and then you add details to your background. I recommend starting with pencil first. because if you make a mistake, you can always go back and erase. If you start with Sharpie and you make a mistake, you're going to have to find a way to make it work. You may not get another paper, so don't try to throw a bunch of papers away. You can use the Wow Art paper today, the pencils, the Sharpies, and the crayons. Do a great job, and I can't wait to see it next time. Bye.